Or they'll call you by like an endearing word or something.
Yeah.
Or like menu.
Yeah. You're like, beautiful lady, what do you want? Do you remember a point when you feel like your parents settled in?
So was that when you knew you were Asian?
Did you ever get Ni Hao Kai Lan?
All the time, bro.
Hello. Trying to get to you. Ooh. And hope to on the other side. Talking to me too. Or am I wrong? Who sits alone? Talking to the moon. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Today's lesson of the day is...
Lesson? You're going to teach us something?
Today's hot take of the day is that if you don't wash your hair for 6 or more days...
Sometimes when you get your hair dyed, you have to keep the dye in as long as possible before your first wash. So here we are.
Sometimes when people troll kids who go to Berkeley, especially those in the engineering department, it's always the joke that like they wash their hair once a week. And I was like, haha, that's a really funny joke. I don't know anyone who does that.
This is the first time in a long time, I will just say. And it was out of necessity. I did pay lots of money to dye it. Lots meaning $50. Elmhurst.
That is really good in New York.
It is really good.
That's really good, period.
Yeah, true.
Okay, it's a lovely day.
It's a lovely day. And you can tell it's a lovely day because the lighting is really good.
Yeah. It's so sunny.
It is so sunny.
One thing that happened while I was in China was that I went to Miniso and then my sister and I were just like trying on like sunglasses for fun. And I realized that none of them were falling off of my face.
Wow, what a concept.
I was like, I've actually wasted my money on American sunglasses.
Did you buy any?
So I bought a pair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they look exactly the same as the ones that I currently have, but the difference is that when I put them on, I don't have to adjust or push them back up my nose every 2 minutes.
Oh, no,
they
that's
actually
why
just stay there.
That's why people like Gentle Monster.
But instead of paying $200, I paid $5.
What? Oh, it's $250.
And they look the same. Oh, well.
What are we talking about today, Cinder?
What are you talking about today, Carol?
We today are talking about...
We, the people of the United States.
Of perfect union.
In order to perform a more perfect union.
Oh.
Establish justice.
Establish justice and tranquility.
Ensure domestic tranquility. Provide
Do
for the
ordain.
common defense.
Oh, provide for the common defense.
Okay.
The da-na-na-na-na welfare and... Do you know the song?
I have no idea.
What?
Schoolhouse Rock?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What?
It had
the
to
heck?
be. The only Schoolhouse Rock song I know is like...
I'm just
I'm
a bill. Do ordain and establish this constitution.
How do you... This is what she did in her free time in middle school. No wonder how she got here.
The United States of America. Okay.
Kids, if you're watching and you're wondering how to get into Berkeley, there are other ways. Anyway, I enjoyed my childhood.
Anyway, today we're talking about
Yes.
our childhood.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, I thought that's why you said you
Yes.
enjoyed your childhood.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't enjoy your childhood.
No, I said that because...
I'm very sorry.
I said that because I was spending my time not memorizing.
And I know the Constitution better than you.
Do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America.
The United States of
America. Yeah.
Wrong. Anywho.
Okay, we're talking about our childhood.
Yeah, we're talking about our childhood.
But not just our childhood. After last episode, we were like, oh, we spent a lot of time talking about our relatives and like where our parents came from. What if we continue that train of thought?
Choo-choo.
About we're going to choo-choo our way on over to the United States
of
America.
Right.
And reminisce on some of our experiences growing up in America with our parents who were relatively fresher immigrants. Their experiences, our experiences.
Actually, I will say I was also an immigrant. I came
That's right.
on the plane as well.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yep.
just wanted to say that.
So immigrant kids and immigrants, and our experiences growing up in America
Yes.
as kids of parents who were settling in, and how that has shaped us to who we are today.
Yes.
And how we live.
And some funny stories in between.
And why Carol hoards everything. And
You
why
were a bigger hoarder than me, I
Bro,
feel.
if you look under her bed,
It's not even that much stuff.
oh my
You have boxes
gosh.
and boxes. I don't know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
my boxes are perfectly organized into
Are they?
4 different boxes.
I have 2.
When we were moving out, do you remember that? Like, David was over too, and we were just cleaning out things from under, and he would pull out something and be like, what is this?
Well, sometimes
he would pull out something else.
sometimes my socks would get lost or like
Why is there a shirt?
or like yeah, sometimes I just lose shirts
Yes, and that's exactly how it happens.
and hair clips and they just end up underneath the
You're
bed.
like, I thought I lost that thing.
But the thing is, like,
I don't lose my things.
that's not hoarding behavior. That's just like
Disorganization.
That's just common. The floor is eating my things. But other than that, I will say
do that together.
our apartment is nothing but minimal. We have so many pots and pans. Like, I cannot, like, whenever I go to other people's places, they're like, oh yeah, like I have a small pan and a big pan and we all share it amongst the 3 of us. I'm like, oh, we have 10 different pans and as well as different shapes of pans. And like, actually we have one that cooks only 1 egg. Like, it's the size of 1 egg. And then we also have square ones. We also have round ones.
And the best part of it is that we still only use the big pan and the small pan. Yeah. And the rest of them just sit there.
And we don't have space to put them in our cupboards. So they are just out and about. Yeah.
And then when other friends move out, Carol comes home with 2 checked luggages of miscellaneous. She's like, I thought we needed a frother. Which
and we've been using it.
Yep. And they had extra laundry detergent and Gatorade.
These were 2 separate people. But yeah.
And a lamp.
Anyway, all's to say,
you don't need to buy furniture when you get here. Just wait for friends to move out.
Just wait for friends to move out or your neighbors to put them in the trash, because Cinder brought home a friggin' shoe rack.
Yes, and that's
from
kept
the garbage.
Our shoes. Hey, I wiped that down really well.
Right.
In LIC too, people have really nice garbage.
Right.
That's all.
You know what Cinder hoarded? Her mattress is from
that's right.
someone else that I don't know how you got it here.
Okay, but let's clarify that someone else was a friend. So I trust that they were clean
themselves
and they did not have lice. And that was also on my first week of moving here. Somebody from my church happened to be moving out, and then my pastor stuffed the mattress in his car and drove it all the way over. So now I can't get rid of it.
True. It has sentimental ties. And that's called hoarding, everyone.
Yeah.
It's the definition of hoarding. It's okay. Our 3rd roommate in college was the biggest hoarder of all.
Okay. Let's share some context.
Okay.
I came into the US via birth.
That's actually the funniest thing you've said like in a long time.
What? Excuse me? I drop bangers
That
every
was
day.
Actually, that was so funny.
This is normal behavior. This is normal behavior.
Look at me. I'm laughing. It's so hard.
Oh my god.
That was quite good.
Okay.
That was quite good.
So my parents moved to the United States. I think it was like 90, 91,
Oh, really?
96. Yeah, they were older. They had finished all of their schooling in China, and then they did grad school abroad, and then they got postdoc opportunities in America, and that was their ticket over here. And they settled into San Antonio, Texas.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's in San Antonio, Texas?
UT San Antonio.
Oh, wait, that's so crazy. I didn't know that.
Okay, share your side, because this is like a weird overlap that we have.
Okay, yeah. My parents moved here I came into the country via plane.
Via ship. Via plane. Okay. Okay, and where'd you come from?
I came from Japan.
Japan.
My parents were studying there, and then they popped me out while they were there. And then they moved here via plane while I was 3 in 2003. Yeah. And we settled in College Station, Texas.
Whoa!
Yeah. Home of the Aggies.
Why did they move to College Station?
Because College Station had Texas A&M.
Whoa.
Yeah. And my dad did his postdoc there.
That is kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
So our parents both came in through postdoc programs in
Boo,
Texas.
Longhorns.
I have no idea what that means.
What?
Because before my parents had me, they moved to Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, you never lived in San Antonio?
No,
oh, what the frick?
I have no ties to San Antonio whatsoever.
Wait, yeah, that's why I never knew about it.
And that's where I plopped out.
You don't know Boo Longhorns?
I have
you
no idea.
Bro, what the frick?
What were you?
The Aggies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go Longhorns.
No, that's disgusting.
Woot woot.
No.
Woot woot.
As a kid, we used to like hate UT. Like it was actually like everyone in elementary school. Like we hated
Really?
UT. Yeah.
Wow.
And then we would like
Even as a child?
yeah.
Dang, they indoctrinate you early.
Yeah. And like we had this thing called the Longhorn touch. Did I tell you about this?
No, what?
This was like core memory of my childhood.
Is it like the cheese touch?
Yeah, it was exactly like the cheese touch in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, except it was a Longhorn touch. So if you touched anything that was burnt orange, you had the Longhorn touch. Yeah, yeah. So
That is so
I
funny.
hated burnt orange as a kid. I would throw away anything that was burnt orange.
Oh
Is
my
that crazy?
gosh, that's really crazy.
Yeah, it goes crazy over there.
Oh, were your parents in on that too? Or were they just trying to get their degrees?
No, yeah, that was not on
Okay.
their mind.
Yeah. My mom shared a story of how so before Texas, they finished their grad degrees in the UK. And so my mom and dad, upon moving to the US, were Chinese, Asian looking people with British accents.
Whoa.
And so she said when she moved to Texas, like she made a concerted effort to drop the accent as soon as possible and
Dang.
adopt like the Texan
Yeah.
or American way of saying things. And that's why like today she has no, like there's no hint of
Yeah.
British. She was like, already like you stand out because you're not white. She was like trying as much as possible to fit in and as quickly as possible. So my sense was that, yeah, like Texas was quite the settling in period for my parents. Yeah.
What I remember about Texas is like my parents met a pastor there, maybe through my preschool. I think I went to like a Christian preschool and then they met the pastor there. And then me and the pastor's daughter became besties.
Oh,
Yeah, because we were the same grade.
that's so wholesome.
Yeah, so then we grew up playing together. And then my parents started going to his church. And like that's how they started their like first initial community in the States.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was this like a multi-ethnic church or like?
It was a white Lutheran church.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. And that pastor welcomed you guys in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, their family was very kind.
Yeah. How long were you in Texas for?
My sister was born there, and then we moved. Wonders. And we moved when I was in 3rd grade.
Okay, so you're 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang. And you moved to?
I moved to San Diego, California. My favorite place in the world. Second to New York City.
We still love New York. You were born in Texas. You moved to San Diego.
I was born in Japan.
Sorry.
Just had to correct you there.
I'm so sorry.
I was birthed in Japan.
Right.
Yes.
And she moved here. She arrived here via plane, by the way,
Yes.
in case we forgot.
Right.
And I was birthed in the grand old state of Ohio.
Right. Was your
In-
sister also born there?
Yes.
Okay.
In a city called Cincinnati. And fun fact, that's how my mom decided my name.
Did I know that? I knew that.
You best knew that, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
knew
my fun fact.
Yeah. But
Anyway. I guess, or here's like a slight difference between our experiences. It was like,
Yeah.
I think my parents were in the US 10 years more before they had me. So
Yeah.
they were more settled in.
And if they went to the UK first too, my parents learned Japanese for like 7 years when they lived there. And then they were like, frick, like we need to learn another language.
Dang,
You know what I mean?
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, your parents lived there for 7 years?
Yeah.
Man. So you got to see your parents settling in to the US and learning English and
Yeah.
finding, or like you saw that happen in real time a
Yeah.
little bit more
Yeah. Yeah.
than I did.
Sometimes I think about what kept them going to church too in San Diego. I think was like, it's time to like find a community. And then they were like, what churches are there? And I remember them asking like the old Lutheran pastor and was like, oh, do you like have recommendations for churches in
Yeah,
San Diego?
yeah.
And then they ended up finding like this Chinese church, and that Chinese church is now like our like core people.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
For my parents, the workplace that they moved to Cincinnati for, it was P&G. It was a running joke that like if you were an Asian kid in Cincinnati, you were likely there because your parents worked for P&G. And so we kind of found like a little community there too.
Yeah.
And those family friends, the like shushus, ayis, became like our main group.
Yeah.
And we would do potlucks all the time. And the way that I see like my cousins in China close to each other is like how I felt with those kids. And like the shushus, ayis are basically like our aunts and uncles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would see them for like dinner parties all the time.
All the
like,
time.
Every major holiday was like spent with them
Yeah.
instead of like, yeah, like with our, like, I feel
Exactly.
like white people. I feel like Americans, they like spend major holidays like gathering with like all of their extended family and like
true. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I feel like with my family we would always gather with like church families, like we would all gather. Yeah.
Because that becomes like your chosen extended family. Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. Outside of just like how our parents settled in and brought us here, I feel like those experiences also shaped like who we are today.
Yeah.
And then also, I do think because our parents have like pretty similar background, it like makes it so that we are very similar. And then that just makes us friends.
Kind of worked
It's the
out.
only reason why we're
Yeah.
we're here in this place. But I do feel like our parents have like like relatively similar stories, and so
which, like you're saying, is like it shaped certain values that we have, or like lifestyle choices, or ways of like making decisions, or even like how we handle money.
Yeah,
I
true,
feel like
true.
we've just happened to find a lot more overlap.
Yeah, I'm just realizing this now, by the way.
Oh, that it's from our parent.
Yeah. Like as we're speaking currently.
Yeah.
Because I've always known that we've shared values,
Right.
but we also have like very similar background. The more that we talk
That
about,
really worked out.
our
huh?
family.
Okay, yeah. It's coming full circle.
Yeah, it really is.
One similarity is how we handle money. More so in just that, like, I feel like we both have saver mindset by default.
Yeah.
I feel very privileged to not have to think about saving all the time. But I remember at least when we first moved to New York, like the decisions we made to not Uber at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
or haul our luggages through the rain on public transit.
Oh yeah, like we didn't have a second thought about like, oh, we hire like a mover.
No.
Like when we first moved here, like
Even like you considering a U-Haul for our move between apartments here. I
oh
was
yeah.
like,
Also, like I've never really Ubered in between places in the city. Like I don't think
never.
I've ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think it like dictates the way that we live too. Like or like the apartments that we look at.
oh, true.
Our apartment has housed us for many months, and we are grateful for this wall.
Yes, we are.
And for shelter. But I think if we were not the way that we are, we could look at like high-rise buildings, we could look at like doorman buildings, gym facilities. Like we chose this place because it was like our standards of living relatively
less.
Yeah.
Or like how when we were looking at our first apartment, it was like relatively easy to come to like a shared budget.
Yeah.
When we were looking for like how much are we willing to spend on the next apartment.
Yeah.
Which again, I feel like is relatively low compared to friends that we know who are in similar jobs.
That's
Yeah.
true. I do feel like we're kind of anomalies in that.
What happened?
I don't know.
Or how we've just kept the same furniture even though many of our
they
friends
are broken.
just roast us. But sometimes you just gotta fix it on your own. If there's a nail sticking out the back end of your couch, you
That
just
ripped our
figure
friend's
out,
$100 jeans.
you just figure out how to remove
You
the
just
nail on
remove
your
the
own.
nail.
If a leg falls off, then just remove all the legs.
And that's why our couch is on the floor, if you can't tell.
And were we gonna say like that comes possibly from like some mindset from our parents where like as they were settling in and like starting to work their way up in this economy and environment, like as we saw that happening, maybe like they had more saver mindset.
Yeah.
And so then that's like translated over to us maybe.
Yeah. Or even now, I think my parents just developed the habit. But I remember like asking my grandma, like when I was like 4 or something, I was like, can we go get pizza? And my grandma was like, oh, like we can't have pizza right now.
Dang.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like remember that distinctly.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think it was like they were trying to find their footing. Like they were like starting with nothing, basically.
Wow.
They were like new, like, I mean, just as we like kind of started with nothing when we moved to New York.
Yeah. Dang.
But they didn't have like family to lean on here in the
Dang.
States either. So
Yeah.
as does a lot of immigrant families. And also like one wrong step and they're deported. You know what I mean? Like one wrong step and you don't have a visa. So
Wow.
I think there's like a lot of
Yeah.
like carefulness that they had to have in order to like stabilize the family.
Yeah.
And then in contrast, I feel like for me, I'm like, and my parents encouraged this of me. They're like, you now have the freedom. You now have the safety net.
Right.
That like
Right.
they didn't have. They imply that they didn't have. And so they're like, oh, like try that job, quit if you don't want it, and then you move home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, and something that your mom said that continues to stick with me was like why do we earn money if not to take care of ourselves with it?
Yeah.
Like our parents want that for us. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, we worked this hard to give you the comfortability
Yeah.
of not skimping on your own wellness and
Yeah.
to be able to enjoy more of life
Yeah.
and do more things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And eat out more.
Yeah.
Do you remember a point when you feel like your parents settled in?
I feel like when they bought their first house, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like I remember the day we bought it. And there was like a rainbow that day, and my parents were like, "Oh my gosh, there's a rainbow!
sign,
It's
yeah.
a sign we're gonna get it."
Aww.
Yeah, and then we got it, and then we've lived there ever since, and it's been like a long time. Yeah,
Do you think your parents feel American at this point?
I know that they don't feel Chinese enough. Like when they're in China, you can, as out of place that I feel, they also feel. For them, probably it's like how we feel in America. Like we are Chinese,
Yeah.
but we speak American and we are American.
Yeah.
But for them, they're like Chinese.
They also are like Chinese American.
Yeah.
And they like grew their careers and their adulthood
Yeah.
in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, it is difficult to be an immigrant. Like for our parents to leave their home and like now when they visit back, it's like, oh, I don't feel exactly home here. I don't feel exactly home in America. Like
Yeah.
that is rough.
Yeah.
For my mom, when she was considering giving up her Chinese passport so she could have a US passport and not have to be on the green card, that was like a big deal for her. Like she was like, this is a part of my identity. I am a Chinese citizen or I'm a US citizen. And that was a big decision for her.
Yeah.
I guess as like a blanket statement, I feel a lot more American in that I understand the life here and like or like the lifestyle and way of living here. Whereas like when I went back 2 weeks ago, I was talking to like my cousin-in-law. She was like, oh, like would you ever consider moving to China? And I was like, I would love to. China is so nice and the food is so good.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a fish out of water a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
America feels more comfortable because I know how to navigate the world there.
Yeah. I think I told you this story once, but like when I went to China this past time, as much as it was so much fun, Like, it was genuinely so much fun. I remember I was flying back on American Airlines and I was like getting back on the plane to come back. And like the stewardess that greeted us was like this white lady from Dallas. She was like, howdy, ma'am. And she was like, welcome back. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm home.
I'm home. Yeah.
Like, we were still in Shanghai airport and like she was greeting me in Shanghai airport. And I was like, oh my gosh, I needed this.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it is like instinctually what we find comfort in.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then as people who are clearly Asian on the outside, like there's a slight still like difference in America where we're like much of our culture and our heritage that we were brought up in does not match the majority in American culture.
Yeah.
And so there's like still a little bit
Yeah.
of difference.
Yeah. I was going to ask, like, I feel like you appreciate Chinese culture now, but did you feel like that growing up?
Oh.
Or were you encouraged to, or were you deterred from?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She likes this question.
No, it's like reminding me of so many stories that I could tell. And I also think there's like a distinction between my time in Ohio versus in California. So to
valid.
continue on of like Cinder's journey in America. So growing up like ages 0 to 13, I lived in Ohio, which was much more white than California. And I have more distinct memories in Ohio of like ways subtly and usually unintentionally that I was reminded that I was not the majority. Things like them not knowing how to pronounce my last name, which is 2 letters, by the way. Or I've told you this so many times, but like in first grade in after school, there's like this popular kid in my class. And this popular kid never talked to me, of course, because I'm like a little Asian kid with bangs at the back and a bowl cut. And then one day he came up to me and I was like, what?
I remember this story.
I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to talk to me. He sat in front of me and he was like, I heard that Asians have squishy noses. Can I squish your nose?
Brother.
And then I was like, okay. And he squished mine. And then he didn't say anything and just went away. But anyway, the point of that was we were like 5. So honestly, no shade on this kid.
Yeah.
I think he was genuinely curious.
And also, Cinder does have an extremely
it's pretty
unconventionally squishy nose.
Yeah. Maybe I started practicing after that.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I was like, this is my differentiator. Yeah.
So was that when you knew you were Asian? Or did you always know that?
Oh, another small story. I think maybe this was it. I took ballet classes as a little kid because my mom really wanted me to turn into a very elegant, graceful woman who was very demure, and and then I chose soccer instead. But I remember us taking a class photo, and I was the only Asian in the whole ballet class, and I overheard the teachers like looking at the photo and being like, oh, Cindy is so cute, and like looking at my cheeks. And
oh, really?
Like at the moment, I don't think I recognized that it was like an Asian baby face or anything like that. But I recognized that I looked different for some reason in their eyes. I still remember that photo, like that class photo that we have. Like even as a kid, I remember looking at it and being like, oh, I do look different from the rest of the kids there.
Really? In that moment?
Yeah, maybe. I was like 5, maybe.
Yeah.
You? When was the first moment you realized?
I was gonna say, like, as a kid, like in Texas, I never felt Asian. Or like I never thought that I looked different.
Huh.
Because all my friends were white. So I just never even had the thought that like I could be different from them.
Huh.
And they didn't treat me any differently either. And that's like surprising, honestly, because I lived in Texas and there was no other Asians and I just like never felt Asian.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then I think I moved to California. When I moved to California, I still lived in a white neighborhood. And there was this one time when I think I was like in middle school. This was like definitely like I was much older. And I was like in middle school and like we were at a football game. And me and my friend went to the bathroom during halftime. We were like staring at ourselves in the mirror, like taking mirror selfies, whatever. And then she goes like, I feel like I have like deeper eyes than you, like deeper set eyes than you.
Oh, I remember this.
And then, or like, she also didn't mean anything of this.
Yeah,
I also don't think she knew. And then I was like looking at my face and I was like, wait, I feel like my face is like, I don't know, because like all Asians, like it's the thing that Asians have thought faces, whatever. But like if you look at it, like our bone structure, like my eyes are like parallel to my forehead.
Yeah.
Like the same
It's like
plane.
flat. Yeah.
But for Caucasian people, like their eyes are like deep into their heads.
Like their eyebrows.
Oh yeah, their brow bone is like
more prominent.
Yeah. There's like more dimension to their face.
Yeah. More dimension.
And that was like the moment I realized. I was like, holy crap, like I am like different, dude. Yeah. I think it was probably in like 6th grade.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh. And then from then on, I like was very much like acutely aware that I was Asian.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like recalling, I think, a moment where going into middle school, I just started like embracing it. And all of us Asian, like all of the Asian kids usually did orchestra together. And then we're all in honors math. And so that meant that our schedules usually aligned a little bit better across like middle school classes. And we would always sit together at lunch and like in those classes together.
Dang.
So I feel like I quickly like learned to embrace it, maybe because there was like a little crew that like that bonded all of us. Yeah. But did you find your Asian squad?
I definitely had Asians at church. So like at the very least I had like church friends that were Asian, but at school all my friends were not Asian. And I think like at the time also like we were all kind of figuring out that we all looked a little different. And so I think we didn't know how to process it at the time. I think because of that, like all my friends like just pointed out like various differences that I had versus them.
Interesting.
Like what my parents would call me. Like my parents would call me like nicknames when I was a kid. And so they would like pick up the nickname and start calling me those nicknames.
Oh.
I don't think I took it like personally at the time, but then when I'm looking back, I'm like, that probably wouldn't fly these days. I see. But I think they know that now. Like, I remember like this probably occurred with like all of my friends where they would like say like a little bit of something towards me, or like they would call me like Kai Huan, which is like my Chinese name, Kai Yuan, and they would like say like Kai Huan, or like they would say like or like Kai Yu. Oh my gosh, I used to be called Kai Yu all the time.
Oh my god.
Anyways, like little things like that.
Do you ever get Ni Hao Kai Lan?
All the time, bro. Literally every day.
My name is not even related to Kai Lan, and I still got that.
I know.
But that's extra hard for you, bro.
Well, I think
you could be Kai Lan's sister, bro. Kai Lan and Kai Yuan.
Anyways. Okay, so it'd be like things like that, which is like funny, right? Like it's funny when we say it to each other. At the time, I think it was like same funniness. I think coming from a white person, it's probably like I don't know. Anyways, but I don't blame them for it. Obviously, we were all just kids. But then I remember when we all went to college, so many of them came back to me, and I remember they texted me like after they went to like a liberal arts college or something, and they texted me and they were like, Carrie, I am so sorry about the microaggressions that I used to say to you as kids.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I don't blame them at all, but I think they just like didn't know until they saw the world, and they were like, oh my gosh.
Your white friends.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Or it's funny, just like as kids, I feel like there's just this innocent, like we're figuring out each other and how to navigate each other. And us like on the receiving end, we're just figuring out like who we can relate to and who we click with and stuff. Yeah. And so I feel like that's what kind of drew me to like the Asian squad too. It's like like it wasn't me being like, oh, these are fellow Asians. But it was like, oh, like we understand each other a little bit. Yeah. Wait,
did you talk about, I asked you if you felt like as a kid you were encouraged or discouraged to embrace culture?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I remember distinctly this one time when I was a kid, when I went to like a natural history museum or something like that, like random. And there was like a section on like multicultural like acceptance, whatever. And then there was like this machine that was like, you would take like a questionnaire, And the first question was like, are you happy with the culture you were born into? Or like, do you embrace the culture you were born into?
Whoa.
Yeah. And I remember clicking like, no.
Whoa, dang.
Yeah.
You wished you were white or something?
I don't know if I explicitly had that thought, but it was more like, oh, I don't appreciate that I'm Asian. And I wouldn't, if I could help it, I wouldn't want to be Asian.
Whoa.
Anyway, so that's why I asked you the question.
Yeah. I didn't have like a natural history museum moment, but like maybe it was very fortunate that I moved to the Bay at the end of middle school, and the Bay is ridden with Asians.
Yeah.
And so I think 8th grade and beyond, it was very easy to be Asian, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that. I think I was like very sheltered from any cognizant discrimination or bullying from kids, like by the time that we could recognize that we were Asian. Yeah. And I remember actually visiting back in Ohio in high school and learning that some of my friends were like really peeved at white people for how they were treated differently.
Dang.
And I was like, dang, I didn't even know
Yeah.
this was a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe I noticed like the differences as a kid, but it didn't hit me like cognitively until I was older and then in the safe zone of the Bay Area, California.
That's really funny.
So,
Yeah.
And then we went to college, which was like 30% or 40% Asian.
Yeah. That's
and
where I
that
really
was-
blossomed.
You did. And I remember thinking that you were so white.
I remember feeling really white.
Huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to Asians like me who were in a very protected Asian heavy environment where I
Yeah.
could be more outwardly Asian,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I think that's why I had a hard time making friends when I first came into college.
Wait, I didn't know that. What?
Really? Or that's why I feel like I met most of my friends like sophomore year or like beyond.
Oh.
I feel like freshman year I was kind of like scared to go out there and like meet people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I wonder if like you being more quote white in like behavior or whatever it was like you assimilating in San Diego, and then you becoming more like quote Asian in behavior and actions in college was you like assimilating to the college environment.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Dang.
So I think it took me like a little bit to like want to
Whoa.
like get out there.
Did you do that intentionally? Like, yeah.
I don't think it was intentional. I think it was subconscious. Like I was like, oh, I would rather just like, because I had like 2 good friends like when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh, like this is really comfortable for me. Like I don't really need to like branch out of this.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I remember generally thinking that you were very open and very confident. Which in my head, for better or worse, I associate more with like white than Asian.
Yeah. The crazy thing is I probably was perceived in high school as like not that.
Yeah, wow.
But like in comparison to other Asians, I was probably like
Right.
forced to be a little bit more.
Yeah. Or it's like the normal distribution of in terms of like shy to confident
Yeah.
in your San Diego white high school
Yeah.
put you on the lower end of that distribution. But then when you got to college and like the normal distribution is like more heavily skewed Asian,
Yeah.
then you end up on the higher side.
Yeah.
Total tangent, but like I sit in like the sales and marketing section of my office and they think I'm really shy.
They do?
Yeah, because I think like in that normal distribution of extroversion, I'm on like the tail low end.
Same. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But then like when we come back into our friend groups and stuff, we're on like the highest end.
Yeah.
On the other side of extroversion.
Yeah.
And they think we're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so environment really shapes like
Yeah.
really pushes you one way or another.
Yeah.
Interestingly. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I just remember I like saw you talking to 2 white guys like the first time I ever met her.
Okay,
and I was like, oh, she's just like me.
Wait, let's correct that memory. One of them was Asian for sure.
Really?
And the other one is
Oh.
Russian. So he looks white. He looks very
Oh,
white.
I understand.
And I met them both in math class. So.
I just like remember because you were like, I think you had like your hair down while you were wearing like a sporty like outfit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like typecasted you so quick. You know what I mean?
No, and I fully typecasted you because you had bleached blonde hair. But yes, I do feel like I want to embrace my heritage more now. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly where that comes from. And my sister and I talk about this occasionally because she's the same. Like, she was like, her dream job would be working for a nonprofit in Chinatown. So we've both shared this sentiment of like feeling drawn towards Chinatowns in our cities.
It's so interesting. What in your childhood brought you to that?
I don't know. Well, actually, I remember like the first or second time walking through SF Chinatown and seeing other kids who like lived in that area and feeling like, oh, they similarly are straddling the two worlds. Especially people who came in and built those Chinatowns. Like, they were the immigrants who didn't feel full belonging here, but decided this was going to be their home.
And they built a community around it. Yeah.
So maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And I think even like now in this present moment, I really love hearing stories of people who were like raised in Chinatown or were part of Chinatown communities and hearing how they forged community and like built that for themselves in the city.
Yeah.
And like, if you dig into like the history of exclusion and inclusion of like Chinese people in America, I feel like they really went through it. And so I realized that when we learned like AP US history, I wasn't resonating with anything that like our founding fathers, like my founding fathers were being excluded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I guess learning about their history like makes me, I feel like I resonate a lot more with their struggles.
I feel like for me also Chinatown, like I step into Chinatown and I feel comfortable also.
Oh,
Yeah. Like I want to like go and barter for grapes on the street.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like, that's too expensive. Like, $8.
that's why I also feel like I like living in LIC, like where we live right now has like a lot of Chinese restaurants that are owned by Chinese people, run by Chinese people. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a taste of gentrified Chinatown in this area too. Like, and you walk in and they speak Chinese too, and it's like, it feels homey.
I feel like I can't totally put my finger on why Chinatown feels like a safe haven, except that there are people speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
I feel like there are notes of like our home culture or family culture that come out in like subtle ways that the rest of the city or the rest of our livelihoods don't see. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Or even the simple things of like the people running those shops look like my aunts and uncles.
And like the way that they talk to you, I find it very comforting that they are extremely rude to me. And I'm like, I just love that so much. Like they're just like, how many?
True.
And then they're like yelling at the cooks in the back, like, 3.
Because that's exactly what would happen in China.
Yeah, that's how my parents, like my family, communicates with each other. Is like yelling across the house.
Yeah. But even if they're rude, they'll like call me like Mei Mei.
Yeah. Or they'll call you by like an endearing word or something.
Yeah. Or like 姑娘.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Or like 美女.
Yeah.
Which is like beautiful lady.
They're like, beautiful lady. What do you want? Yeah. I think maybe also because I resonate more with those histories and those stories, it makes me sad that they aren't as well represented, like in media or in what we learn at school or what we read about. It's a lot less accessible, and it's a lot less visible. And so when there are opportunities to preserve, whether that looks like just me learning or me sharing with someone else, I think those are really cool. It's like, let's show that like this is like our history. Yeah. And this is what I feel like I want to claim as my own.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you embrace your being Asian more now today?
Oh, 100%. I think like that started in college probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel it in smaller ways, but I think like I really like going back to China and I really like empathizing with people in China. I feel like America and like a lot of our Taiwanese friends like have a particular view on China. Oh. And like and I appreciate like going back and like understanding why they like it that way. Like I can understand why it's like it's a good life and it it's aligned with a lot of the Chinese values that that people have and have had for thousands of years.
And has sustained them and their families.
Yeah, like they live happy, healthy lives with different struggles, and we have different struggles.
Yeah.
So I like the learning about why it works for them. Yeah.
Valid. And they like learning about us and being like, you vote for presidents that you don't even like.
Yeah, true. No, and also, dang, I was gonna say this in our episode yesterday or last week. That we may or may not have recorded yesterday. When you go to like major cities in China, it's extremely developed. Like they're living in like 2050, dude.
Oh yeah. Like their high-speed trains.
Yeah.
They had like brand new trains with like double doors opening and closing in like 2010.
Yeah. And like the freaking safety doors that subways in New York are like, oh, it's too hard to build. Like
And
in
so
China,
build,
they
like,
have
a
them
metal
everywhere.
grate. Yep.
Yeah. But I think it's because of the bureaucracy. And like in China, yes, there is one person, and yes, there is a government that sometimes is,
overrules everything.
Overrules. But because of that, like decisions are efficient in the government.
Highways are built in months.
Yeah. And like there's high-speed trains that take you from like distances from San Diego to SF. You can do that in an hour.
Yeah. Oh,
and it takes us like 8 hours to drive.
Oh, yeah.
And that's already existing in China. But
And
we
it's
just
cheap.
we can't like we cannot build it here because and so that's like the difference. Like there's pros and cons to like the two different ways of living.
Yeah. And that's what you mean by like getting to empathize.
Yeah.
When we go back and we hear
these
things.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
You know.
that was really fun.
Yeah. So we're continuing to learn,
Yes, we are.
and we are continuing to celebrate our identities as banana people.
True.
We're Asian on the outside and still white in other ways.
Banana people.
Whoopee. Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Well,
Yay.
stay tuned for our next one. Doo-doo-doo.
Do-do-do.